Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been 5 years since I began my 100 pedals journey. And for those who don't know, the 100 pedals journey is a commitment that I made to ride my bike for an hour a day for 100 consecutive days. And the reason that I chose to ride my bike was it was an opportunity for me to find peace and clarity in a life that had gotten lost in the chaos of my son's heroin addiction. And the reason I chose to ride my bike is that it was the closest thing for me to engage in a meditative release every morning. It's not really escape. What it is that, meditation allows you to just go inside yourself and examine the things that you're struggling with and to find answers and to find peace. And so every time I went on one of those bike rides, it's exactly what happened. Is that for a moment, my mind was quiet so that I could think through the struggle that was the tornado of addiction. And in doing so, what it was is I wasn't in the tornado of addiction at that time. And I found answers, I found ideas, I found peace, I found clarity. I also found myself. And I think that that's the most important lesson is that we get caught up being parents to our children. Is it's so easy to lose our identity because we see our lives through our children's lives. And that was the hardest thing for me to realize is that my son's journey is my son's journey and my journey is my journey. And while we have a remarkable, powerful connection and intersection in our life, he's my son, I'm his father. It's but a connection. It's not the definition of his life or my how I father him and how he is a son doesn't define our lives. And that bike ride really brought me to a different place. Now, I finished those bike rides, that 100 consecutive bike ride over 4 years ago, and I won't tell you I had all the answers then, nor am I telling you that I have all the answers now, because I definitely don't. But I will tell you that I've never been more at peace with where I am, because this is about the journey that I am on. And my story of my 100 pedals is not the story of whether my son is or is not in recovery. Whether my son has found or embraced his recovery or not, that's not really the story. The story is, what have I learned on this journey that enables me to move forward in a way that I can give love, support, and encouragement to all those people who need me, not just my child, my wife, my other two children, my friends, the people that I go to church with, the people that I see on the street, and the moms and dads who reach out to me, ask for help. If I'm a broken shell of a man who's given his all to saving my kid, only to find out that my kid can't or won't be saved, what do I have but a shell of a man who is more in need than in a position to give? That a man who is broken as opposed to a man who can help those who are broken. So that became my quest, and that is my focus today is how can I be the best man that I can be, the best Dave Cooke that I can be, despite the chaos and adversity of my life. And we all go through struggles. There's illness, there's death, there's disease, there's job loss, there's financial chaos, there's relationship struggles. We go through them all. Every one of us has something that's breaking us at this point in time. For me, my journey, the thing that was breaking, that brought me to my knees, was my son's addiction. And so I look at where I am today compared to where I was with 5 years ago, is that I'm so excited about the journey that I'm on, because I've learned so much about me, and I've learned so much about my relationship with others, and I've made so many strides and improvements in the way I communicate, and the way I love, and the way I worship, and the relationship I have with God, and the relationship I have with my Savior in Jesus Christ, and the way that I interact with all my children, is that I just look and think, wow, what a journey this has been. And if I had tied the success of this journey to whether my son was in recovery or not, where would I be if he didn't embrace recovery? Where would I be if he did embrace recovery? Would I be a better dad? Would I be a better husband? Would I be a better friend? Would I be a better believer? So I look at this journey of 100 Petals and the lessons that I'm trying to share with moms and dads and loved ones of children, of people who are battling their addictions. It's more like, let's talk about the people who are battling their adversities. We all have them. They're going to bring us to our knees. We all have people that are going through things that are going to distract us and hurt us. But it's not how they respond to their addiction or their affliction that defines our life. It's how we respond with love and encouragement and kindness to those people. And how do we rise above the things that bring us down to find strength and hope and love instead of embracing things like fear and chaos and adversity? So when I look at where I am 5 years in a reflection point of view, it's been the most painful experience of my life. And there are a few days where I don't hurt for my son or feel bad for the situation of his experiences with his addiction. But at the same time, I'm mindful of the wonderful gift that God has given me, that he used this as an opportunity to transform me into something just incredibly better, more powerful, more at peace, more in love with myself and others and God. Been a great 5 years.